What's going on, everybody? It's me, Brandon, back again with another episode of What Am I Playing? And what we're playing today is The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. I want to give a brief update to this video really quick. I did not want to show a lot of the game. I'm mostly showing video game footage of me just running around Hyrule. I did not want to show any story content outside of the first 15 minutes. So a lot of the stuff that you do see is either a trailer, the random gameplay I included, or just the first 15 minutes or so. So aside from that, let's get into the video. It's been a long time coming. I finally finished this game and I'm ready to talk about it. So let's get into the video. The Legend of Zelda is one of those franchises that holds a special place in many people's hearts. Each adventure with Link and Zelda have us returning for more and feeling a certain way every time the credits roll. The Legend of Zelda is a franchise that feels like what Star Wars used to feel like. Simply put, legendary. Whether it's the renowned music of the franchise, the brain-busting lore of timelines and characters, or the journey we take as Link in each game, it always feels special. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was released on March 3rd, 2017, the same day Nintendo released the Nintendo Switch and changed the game. Not only did they release a groundbreaking new device, but they also remixed and explored a brand new way to experience The Legend of Zelda. Breath of the Wild was a huge event that not only delivered a brand new way to play an open world game, Nintendo added voice acting and allowed players to go around Hyrule in any order they want and tackle any obstacle they please. This type of gameplay changed and influenced many titles upon its arrival. When Tears of the Kingdom was announced, I was intrigued, especially with having Ganondorf back. I was very excited. I was looking for and hoping that this sequel following Breath of the Wild would be a darker tone and something similar to Majora's Mask, my favorite Zelda story. The wait for Tears of the Kingdom was a long one with delays and very secretive trailers. I wasn't ready for this game hype-wise until maybe a month away from release. As you may have seen on this channel, I was skeptical about this game. I was unsure how this game would fill the shoes and improve upon a game like Breath of the Wild. Everything we have seen at this point was minimal, with hints to stuff like sky locations and new abilities with Link's arm. When Nintendo had a gameplay showcase a month or so before the release, I was impressed with the gameplay details and powers, but the wait wasn't worth 6-ish years or so of a wait. I wanted something more, which was answered with the follow-up story trailer they released a few weeks later. Once I saw the narrative of Tears of the Kingdom, I was ready to dive in. What's going on with Link's arm? How is Ganondorf back in Hyrule? What does Link need to do to find Zelda? These were the story beats that I was looking forward to. The sweet narrative hook got me, and I was ready. I want to keep this review as spoiler-free as possible, so I won't be going into that much of the story for Tears of the Kingdom. The game follows Zelda and Link exploring the depths and uncovering the history of Hyrule before they stumble across what ends up being Ganondorf. Ganondorf is revitalized in the moment, and from there, Zelda disappears. Link also loses consciousness in this moment and awakes years later, but now when he is awoken, he is now equipped with a mysterious new arm that has many capabilities, and Link must travel across Hyrule, reunite with some familiar faces, find Zelda, and stop Ganondorf. The story of Tears of the Kingdom was a joyride. I had so much fun uncovering the Hyrule mysteries and unraveling the plot as we moved forward throughout our journey. Things just started to click the more we played, and Tears of the Kingdom hooked me immediately with its narrative. This was the first game where they refer to Link as Link. This captured my attention immediately, and I loved this very small detail. Tears of the Kingdom's presentation for a Switch game in 2023 is almost hard to grasp. This is the same hardware that Breath of the Wild was released on, but there's just so much more here to dive into. The draw distance is insane. Whether you're diving from the skies, climbing the nearest mountain, or building a way up to the clouds, it is amazing how detailed and busy the environments are compared to the last game. Locations and Hyrule itself feel more inhabited than before.
Monsters roam the fields, and towns are filled with NPCs. I'm amazed how full of life this game feels compared to its predecessor. The cel-shaded style Nintendo gave to both games is perfect in my opinion. It shows the details, yet keeps the art style simple and evergreen. As many have said, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom remind me so much of a Studio Ghibli film that it's hard not to draw that comparison. Tears of the Kingdom is a beautiful game in motion and at a standstill. The biggest thing about Tears of the Kingdom is the gameplay. This game has an incredible sandbox to use with physics, and how you can craft virtually anything you want in this game. You just need the proper tools for the job. Tears of the Kingdom may be the most rewarding game I have ever played, and I'm dead serious about that. I've spent countless hours trying to build or do something I thought the game wanted me to do, and it works. There was a shrine where I had to get a ball across this wire, and they gave me certain items to get it across, but I built a hanger cage system, and it worked. I've also tried to reach an area I could not, so I built a log full of trees. Or if I needed to get to a certain part of Hyrule, I could build a plane. It is insane how much is possible in this game. The possibilities are truly endless, and that is what makes Tears of the Kingdom so fulfilling. I can think of an idea and apply it to the game, and it works, and I feel so accomplished. How to best explain this game is when you're playing any type of video game, and you're simply like, man, I could get across that bump in real life if I did this or that. And that's basically what this game is. I can't help but praise this game's design enough, for as I've already said, it's so fulfilling. As for Link's new abilities, he can now manipulate objects, ascend through locations, rewind time, and fuse items with weapons. And all of these add to how you really traverse around Hyrule. I love how diverse this game is and how Tears of the Kingdom rewards out-of-the-box thinking. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, like Breath of the Wild before it, is packed with content from head to toe. There are a bunch of main quests to unravel the story of the game. Side quests like helping random NPCs in Hyrule, trying to cook your best meal, exploring the Sky Islands, going through the depths, building what your imagination brings you, and uncovering so many areas of the map and more. I love how much content is in this game and how much it has. And as somebody who normally caps off at a certain amount of time, Tears of the Kingdom capped off right where Breath of the Wild did before it, at 50 hours. 50 hours of playtime it took me to finish the story of Tears of the Kingdom. Now there is much more to explore. I will unearth those mysteries later. I've seen people play this game for hundreds of hours before completing it, but I'm just a busy guy playing many video games. So in conclusion, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom was a massive and unique experience for me. I was overwhelmed with the scope of Hyrule in this game and how much content is packed into this title. I was so happy with my journey across this game, from meeting new characters, seeing new locations, and getting a fresh new take on Zelda with this wonderful building mechanic. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom originally had me wary of if they could really pull off a sequel better than Zelda Breath of the Wild. Not only was I wrong, but this Zelda has a beautifully epic story, and as the narrative unfolds, it only gets you more and more hooked on to see how the story of the game will pan out. Tears of the Kingdom shattered my expectations and went above and beyond. As I've said earlier, this game is one of, if not the most rewarding game I have ever played.
And that's it for this episode today. I really hope you enjoyed it. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is one of the most rewarding experiences I have ever played. And as for a Zelda game, I really enjoyed this one a lot more than Breath of the Wild, and I already really loved that game. This game had the story, it had the gameplay hook, it had everything for me. Right away with that intro sequence, I was hooked and I wanted to see the story through. Now, as you play over the course of the game, you see so much more of the story and what happens, and it just kept getting me more excited to keep playing it and finish that main quest. And as I finished it, I can honestly say this is one of the best Zelda experiences I have. However, with The Legend of Zelda, it seems like every game is pick or choose, and they're all so special. Like, I really can't rank them, because even though I just played Ocarina of Time fully last year, I really love that game, and there's something special about it. And I don't know what one is the best, because I really also like Twilight Princess, and then Majora's Mask is amazing, and then, you know, you got the 2D games, and you got the 3DS games, and there's so many Zelda games. But this is another amazing entry into The Legend of Zelda, and even Nintendo themselves said this is going to be a foundation for future installments in the series. So, that is it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments down below what you thought about The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And as always, my name is Brandon, and I will see you all next time.